Hi friends, it's me, Miss Chacon. It is Tuesday, we are back. I hope you all did a great job on Check My Progress. I know a lot of you sent in your homework and I'm so happy. We have a lot of parents who are getting connected. We're all sending our homework and you're all getting so many Class Dojo points. So I want to show you this. I just wanted to show you that we have so many friends we've already posted their drawings. We have postings of the zoo, sand art, Lego creations, a pool. I'm so proud of all of you that have gotten to 15. To my friends that have not gotten 15 dojo points yet, you're going to get there soon, my friends. Just like we learned the power of yet, you will be able to get your dojo points as soon as you send all your homework. Okay, my friends? Okay. So also, just a reminder to check the YouTube page over here, and you'll be able to check all these YouTube videos. And if you ever miss a day, like, oh, you had something to do on Monday and you forgot to watch the videos, that's okay. You're at home and things happen, so it's okay if something happens and you're not able to do it that day. You can always go back and watch the video. I'm completely flexible. If you send something a little bit late, don't worry. You're not going to get in trouble. Nothing's going to happen. Okay, my friends? We're at home, and I know we need to be very flexible. And flexible means that I'm not being strict with you, and I'm letting you turn it in how you want. And that's okay. You're at home, and we're learning from home, and we're learning a lot of different things, and that's okay. So, also, if you want to know what we're going to be doing this week, here are our plans. They are in English and in Spanish. They are on Class Dojo. You just have to go to 420 plans, and those are the plans for this week. And it'll take you here, and you'll be able to click on all the links of different videos I have. So today, we have an extra video, and it's called the Subtract 10 song. And if you look right here,
Jack Cartman! Kids Music Channel!
so this video is about having 10 more or 10 less. So you'll be able, I'm not going to watch this video with you right now, but if you need a little extra help, you could always go to the plans, click on Subtract 10 song, and it'll take you to this video, just for a little extra help, and it's a fun song. I like it. So let's get started on our math for today. So today we're going to be learning about subtracting tens. In the past we learned about adding tens, so now we're subtracting them. So let's start with our word problem. So we're counting lightning bugs. So we're going to be using our 10 blocks, which means there are 10 blocks in one of these long strips. And it says, Alex put 40 lightning bugs in a jar. He let 20 lightning bugs go. How many bugs are left in the jar? Write the number. Okay, so first what I want to do is I want to write 40 lightning bugs. But writing 40 lightning bugs is going to be a little hard. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write the 10 rods right here. So this is 10 lightning bugs. This is 20 lightning bugs. So 10, 20, 30 lightning bugs, and 40 lightning bugs. So this is how many lightning bugs he had. 10, 20, 30, 40. Then it said he let 20 of the lightning bugs go. So he let them go, meaning that we're taking them away. So we need to take away 20. So I know I need to take away 10. So let's take away 10, 20. So these are the lightning bugs that were let go. Now how many are left? Well, let's count. 10, 20. So there are 20 lightning bugs left, not 2, because remember, these 10 blocks count as 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, but then 20 flew away, so we crossed them out. Then we're left with 20. Okay, friends? So now let's go to the next one. Okay. So see and show. Find 30 minus 20. And remember how we said 30 is the same as 3 tens and 20 is the same as 2 tens? They just replaced the 0 with tens. See? They replaced the 0 with tens. So what we could do, because 30 minus 20 is kind of hard, I know I can just say 3 minus 2. And I know 3 take away 2, so 3 is my bigger number. I'm going to take away 2. So I'll draw 2 dots and go 3, 2, 1. It equals 1, or 3 tens minus 2 tens equals 1 10. Then over here, they replaced the tens and they added a 0. Replaced the tens with a 0. Here we have 1. We're going to replace that 10 with a 0. Now we have 10. Now we have 50 minus 10. So, or 5 tens minus 1 10. So 5 is my bigger number, so I'm going to write 1 dot right here and count back. So 5, 4. So 5 tens minus 1 10 equals 4 tens. Or 50, see how 5 tens? 50 minus 10 equals 40. So I hope you find this a little easier. Usually subtraction is a little harder to do than addition. I know some of my friends, it's so easy to be adding all day, but when subtraction comes, it gets a little hard. That's okay if this is a little harder. But the good thing is that we already know how to add by tens. So once you know how to use tens, adding or subtracting by tens is super easy, okay? So 4 tens minus 2 tens. 4 is my bigger number, 2 is my smaller number. So I'm going to write 2 dots, get 4 in my head, and count back 2. So 4, 3, 2. So 4 tens minus 2 tens equals 2 tens. And if I scoot that over here, 4 tens, they added a 0, makes it 40. 2 tens added a 0 makes it 20. 2 tens add a 0, make it 20. Same thing over here, 6 tens minus 1 10. 6 is my bigger number, so I'm going to write 1 dot and count back. So 6, 5. So 6 tens minus 1 10 equals 5 tenths. Now I'm going to bring it over here and we're going to put all our zeros back. So 6 tens is 60, 1 tens is tens, 5 tens is 50. So 60 minus 10 is 50. That is so much easier than trying to figure out what 60 minus 10 is. 6 minus 5 is easier to find than 60 minus 10 because then I'd have to use my fingers, and I don't have 60 fingers. I don't know if you have 60 fingers, but I don't. So it's much easier to subtract and add with tens rather than 60 and 10. Rather than 60 or 40 or 20. It's much easier to do it when it's in the tens form. So let's try it again. All right, so 7 tens minus 3 tens equals blank tens. 7 is my bigger number, 3 is my smaller number, so I'm going to draw 3 dots, get 7 in my head, and count back 3. So 7, 6, 5, 4. So 7 tens minus 3 tens is 4 tens. I scooch it on over here. 7 tens is 70, 3 tens is 30, 4 tens is 40. 9 tens minus 3 tens equals blank tens. 3 is my smaller number, so I'm going to write 3 dots. And I have 9 here, and I'm going to count back 3. So 9, 7, 6, 5. So, oh, I counted that wrong, my friend. Sorry about that. I made a mistake. I knew that wasn't right. So if we count back, so 9, 8, 7, 6. Sorry about that, friends. I hope you caught that. So 9 tens minus 3 tens equals 6 tenths. Then we scooch it on over here. 9 tens is the same as 90. 3 tens is the same as 30. So 6 tens is the same as 60. Now we're going to talk math. And remember, friends, if you don't understand this yet, we still have 2 more pages of this. And if you have any questions, you could always ask. Okay, friends? Give me 1 second. Okay, so How does knowing 6 minus 2 help you find 60 minus 20? So what you're going to do is you're going to answer that while talking to your family and say, hey, how does knowing that 6 minus 2 help you find 60 minus 20? So that answer is up to you, my friends. You can do it. Okay, so here we have on my own. You're going to be doing these on your own. So pause this video for 5 minutes. What you're going to do is you're going to do this. This is the same as this. This is the same as this. It's just going down it's going up and down instead of side to side. I'm sorry if you hear my dog, my friends. He's barking a lot. His name is Bubba. So we have 9 minus 2 here. That is the same as if it was 9 minus 5 because it's side to side, but this is up and down. So if we have 9 minus 2, 2 is the smaller number, so I'm going to write 2 dots right here and count back. So 9, 8, 7. So 9 tens minus 2 tens equals 7 tens. And then we bring it over here. 9 tens is the same as 90, 2 tens is the same as 20, and 7 tens is the same as 70. So, what I would like you to do, my friends, is pause this video for 5 minutes, do from 5 all the way to 13. If you need a little longer than 5 minutes, that's totally okay. And do this all on your own, okay, friends? All right, I believe in you. Come back to this video when you're ready. We are back. All right, so now we're going to be looking at 2 tens minus 2 tens. Well, 2 and 2, those are the same number. There's no smaller number here. They're the same size. So I can pick any number to do the dots with. So I'll do this dot, so 2 dots. So 2 minus 2. 2 take away 2, 2, 1, 0. So 2 tens minus 2 tens is 0 tens. And we knew that because when you have a number and you take away the same number, you get 0. So then we bring it over here. 2 tens is 20. 2 tens is 20. 0 tens is, now it's not going to be, we could always write 0, 0, but there's no point in doing that because 0 is 0. So you just need to write 0. Okay, my friends? Now we have 8 minus 3. 8 is the bigger number, so I'm going to write 3 dots and count back. So get 8 in my head. 8, 7, 6, 5. So we bring it over here. I have my 5 in the tens place. Instead of tens, I'm going to have a 0, making it 50. Now we have 9 minus 5. 5 is my smaller number, so I'm going to write 5 dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 9 tens, get 9 in my head, count back. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 9 tens minus 5 tens is 4 tens. Then we bring it over here. 90 is the same as 9 tens. 50 is the same as 5 tens. And 4 tens is the same as 40. Now, let's go to the next one. 7 tens minus 1 tens. I'm going to write 1 dot right here. Get 7 in my head, count back. 7, 6. And we bring it over here. I have my 6 in the tens place. And then instead of tens, I'm going to write a 0. And it's the same exact thing. 4 minus 3. We're going to write 3 dots because 3 is the smaller number and count back. So 4 in my head. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4 tens minus 3 tens is 1 tens. So 40 minus 30 equals, well, I know my 1 is going to be in the tens place. And instead of 10, I'm just going to write a 0, making it 10. All right, we already did 10, so now we're going to go to 11. We have 5 minus 3. We're going to write 3 dots. So 1, 2, 3. Get 5 in my head, count back. So 5, 4, 3, 2. So 5 tens minus 3 tens is 2 tens. Then we bring it over here. 2 tens is the same as 20. Now we're going to be doing number 12. 6 tens minus 5 tens is how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to draw 5 dots and take away. So we're going to have 6 and take away 5. Ready? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 6 tens minus 5 tens is 1 10. Then we're going to bring it over here. 6 tens is the same as 60. 5 tens is the same as 50. So 1 10 is the same as 10. Now we have 8 tens minus 6 tens. So it's going to be, we have 6 tens right here. I know that I'm going to draw 6 dots because 6 is the smaller number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get 8 in my head and count back. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So it's going to be 2 tens. Then we're going to bring it over here. 2 tens is the same as, well, I have the 2 in the tens place. Replace it with the 0, making it 20. Now we're going to go to the next page. Problem solving. Justin caught 30 fish. That sounds like something we know, so I'm going to underline it. Paul caught 20 fish, so I'm going to underline that too, because that's something that we know. So we know Justin caught 30 fish and Paul caught 20 fish. Now what's our question? What do we need to find? Let's read this next sentence. How many more fish did Justin catch than Paul? So that, because we have a question mark right here, I'm going to circle it because that's telling me how many what I need to find. So it's asking, how many more fish did Justin did Justin catch than Paul? Well, we know Justin caught 30 and Paul caught 20. Justin caught more fish because 30 is more than 20. So we know Justin caught more, but we're not asking who caught more. They're asking how many more fish did Justin catch than Paul? So my question is, are we going to be adding or taking away? Well, it's saying more. So some of my friends may think, oh, it's saying more, so that means I have to add 30 plus 20. That is not the case, my friends. What we're doing is we're comparing. So we're seeing who caught more, which means if all these fish meet, I have to take away. We're not adding and we're saying how many do they have all together. We're trying to figure out how many more does Justin have than Paul. So I'm going to take away. Now, when we take away, we always put the bigger number at the top. So I'm going to do 30 right here at the top. Then we have Paul who caught 20. 20 is the smaller number. So I'm going to put 20 at the bottom. Then we're going to write our takeaway sign. Now, 30 minus 20 is very hard. I don't know how to do that. I don't have 30 fingers and I hope you don't have 30 fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to bring it over here, and instead of 30, we're going to write 3 tens. And we're going to do the same with this one. So instead of 20, we're going to write 2 tens. Now this is much easier for me to subtract because I know I can take away 3 minus 2. No problem. So if I have 3 tens minus 2 tens, 3 is my bigger number, so I'm going to write 2 dots and count back. So 3, 2, 1. So my answer is 110. But we need it in an actual number. 110 is not exactly a number. So we're going to bring it back over here and figure out what's 30 minus 20. Well, if 30 is the same as 3 tens, 20 is the same as 2 tens, then 110 is the same as 10. Because we just take that 10 and replace it with a 0. So how many more fish did Justin catch than Paul? Well, Justin caught 10 more. Oh, let's erase that. Justin caught 10 more fish than Paul. Now, you still may think, but that doesn't make sense, Miss Chacon. It's saying more. But we're asking, how many more did he catch? Paul caught 20 and Justin caught 30. We know that Justin caught more, but what we wanted to know was how much more. Because if he won at the fish catching contest, we want to know how much Justin beat Paul by. So that's why we had to subtract. We don't add their fish, we're taking away. So we find out the difference right here. Okay, so let's go back to this one. There are 40 children in Lily's dance class. 20 of them are girls. So I'm going to underline these two because that's what I know. So I know that there are 40 children in Lily's class and 20 of them are girls. How many of them are boys? And I'm circling this because it has a question mark. So it's asking me how many of them are boys. So we know that there are 40 children in all, 40 children total. 20 of them are girls and the rest are boys. So what I need to do is I need to take away 20 from 40 so I find out how many boys would be left. So what we're going to do is we're going to write 40 at the top. Let's make it bigger. So we're going to write 40 at the top and we're going to write 20 right here. Because if 20 of them are girls, then we know that the rest of them are going to be boys. So we have to figure out what 40 minus 20 is. So we're going to write our takeaway sign right here. And I don't have 40 fingers or 20 fingers, so this won't work. So I'm going to bring it over here and write 4 tenths, because 40 is the same as 4 tenths. And I'm going to do the same with 20. I'm going to bring it over here and write 2 tenths. So 4 tenths minus 2 tenths, that's much easier for me to solve. So 4 take away 2 tenths. I know that 4 is my bigger number, 2 is my smaller number, so I'm going to write 2 dots here. I'm going to get 4 in my head and then count back. So count with me. 4, 3, 2. So it's 2 tenths. Then what you're going to do is we have 40 minus 20. So just how we brought these over here, we're going to bring 2 tenths over here and change it. So 2 tenths would be the same as 20. We just add the 0. So this is how we find out. There are 20 boys in the class. And that's true because if there are 40 in all and 20 boys and 20 girls, what's 20 plus 20? 40. So we know that there are 20 boys in the class. All right, so this last question says 80 people are in line to ride a roller coaster. 20 people get on the roller coaster. The answer is 60 people. What is the question? So, we know that there are 80 people in line for the roller coaster. 20 people get on the roller coaster. And the answer, so they already solved it for you. So you don't have to do any subtraction, my friends. They already solved it. They said the answer is 20 people. So what's the question? Well, I know that there were 80 people in line. Only 20 got on the roller coaster. So if you took away 20 people, how many are left? 60. So what was the question that you had to answer to get 60? Figure it out, talk it out with your family, and write it down right here. Okay, that's all for today, my friends. Have a great day. Remember to please, please, please check Class Dojo in the morning and at night, just in case there's any extra announcements. All right, that is it. Stay safe and stay well. Bye-bye.